Hi guys. I was asked to share my business story, so here it is. I am Angela Anderson. I am a platinum leader with Young Living. I got started in September of 2012. So at it for 4.5 years now. When I first started actively doing the business, honestly, you guys, it had nothing to do with money for me in the beginning. I was a stay-at-home mom. My daughter was 2.5. My son was 7 months old. I was struggling. I was really, really struggling. I was struggling with my identity. I was struggling with my purpose. I was trying to figure out where I fit in this world. And it was hard. It was really hard. And this business came along at a time when I desperately needed something to call my own. So when I first started running with the business, it honestly had nothing to do with the money. It was about having something that was mine, about feeling like I could achieve something, about using my brain. It was about reaching out to other people. It was about making relationships with these amazing new people that Young Living brought into my life. It was about seeing those girls succeed. And it was about what we could do as a team. Honestly, I mean, the money was fun. When my orders first started getting paid for, I thought that was really cool. And then I got to buy myself, new shoes every once in a while without asking about it, or a cool new purse. But honestly, in the beginning, that wasn't my motivation. As time went on and the checks got bigger, I started to be able to contribute to our household. And that felt really good. Little things like suddenly skating lessons are due, and dance and sport ball, and how everything comes due at the same time. And we didn't have to make those decisions like, is it skating or is it dance? Is it skating or is it sport ball? We were able to pay for both because of my Young Living income. Or little things like, buying a trampoline for the kids. And it eventually progressed to the point where I was paying both of our credit card balances with my Young Living income. And it felt really cool to contribute. But a year and a half ago, my marriage ended. And I was able, because of this Young Living income, to stay at home with my babies and to stay in the same home. So my Young Living income not only allowed me to continue to stay at home with my kids, but allowed me to qualify for the mortgage on my own. So my kids desperately needed me. I mean, anybody who's been through a divorce knows it's not fun. It's not easy on the kids. My kids desperately needed me. I was able to stay at home with them, and I was able to keep them in the same home, as opposed to having to move to a smaller place or a duplex or renting. None of that would have been possible without this Young Living income. So even though it wasn't about the money in the beginning, now I am so very, very eternally grateful for that money and for the opportunity, because I get to stay at home with my kids because of it. So you never know what's going to happen. And you guys, I hope that divorce isn't in your future, but the sad truth is, in North America, over 80% of the women who file for bankruptcy do so because of divorce or the death of a spouse. If something happened to your spouse, could you afford to support your kids on your own? That's a big deal. Because if you can, you have a freedom and control that a lot of other people don't. So if you want to be in charge of your own life and your own finances, maybe you need to take a look at this opportunity. It's not for everybody, but the people who like it a lot. In the beginning, the testimonials were great from the people who were using the oils and loving them. That, in the beginning, that got me fired up. But now what gets me fired up are the women who are sending me messages saying, I just paid for my son's hockey all because of my Young Living income, or I just qualified for my car on my own. The payments are all in my name. The car's in my name. We didn't have to use my husband's income for any of it. Or we just paid for, the appliance upgrade in our home, or I just bought new furniture. Those things mean more to me than the product testimonials now. Those are what gets me fired up, is the difference that we're making in women's finances and helping them contribute to their family and do amazing things. So that's why I do this business, because it feels really cool to help another woman be able to stand in her power and do amazing stuff. Hopefully I kept that short and sweet enough. I was supposed to keep it under 5 minutes. I hope I did that. Thank you guys so much. Have a lovely day.